Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
They have good team fight, they've got good backline threat with the combination of the Glacial Prison and the Hextech ultimatum coming out of the Camille. G2 though now looking at the Jax.
Yeah, Jax is just a great matchup into the Camille, very much a skill matchup, and push in top and then maybe come for the play in mid, but the vision already set up, but BB...
Zeus flashes, doesn't get the knock-up, Ona on his way in as well. BB at the edge of the Hextech automatum caught with the permafrost, Glacial Prison's gonna lock him down as well, and first blood to Ona!
Ona with the clean gank here, comes through lane on the Sejuani, jungle difference, turns the matchup, and that is going to be huge.
Faker's coming across. Caps move quickly enough. Yikes now on the wrong side of this wall, lands the smite, can try and jump. Trying to trade back onto Faker, uses the flash, whirling death.
They've already blown open the game in the way I feel like they need to. Yes, Broken Blade is getting small advantages, but it's not the read right home event. Zeus still going to feel us.
No flash, knocked into the wall, no Hexagon automatum for him either. Mickey tanking, slowed down, but the steadfast presence enough to keep him alive. Yikes now on the board for G2.
Great steadfast presence from Mickey. Zeus hoping that maybe he could get something, but having burnt that flash already, there's no way he's going to get onto the poppy. Now Caps trading heavily against Faker. Just need to go, oh, we are second behind the play. We now need to get somewhere else, and you always have to drop the point. Hang on.
Caps looks for Faker. Shockwave doesn't land. Caps, quick enough reactions to back out. Ona was on his way. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, the tower is going to be felled by G2. Hunsummer continues to extend his gold lead, about 1.5k ahead now.
And he still hasn't cashed in.
Yeah.
He's still sitting on a ton of money. That could be a big potential there. So I think T1, they need to try and get down into this bot lane and turn that around. But it's been very, very difficult. Caps has been able to get a good amount of pressure mid. And
Zeus has the Hexagon ultimatum. Caps flashes, but he can't get away. The ultimatum puts him in his place as Zeus gets his first kill of the game.
Zeus
Here on Kha'Zix, could slip in for a steal. Mickey as well, ultimate.
Keeper's verdict only onto Carrier. No hostile takeover for T1. They begin to back away. Stephouse presence going in as Mickey's locked up. Knocks Zeus back. Mickey already deleted. The counter-strike on the back line though as Caps jumps in. Shockwave only hitting onto Broken Blade. Hunsummer beginning to open up. Hunsummer gets 1,200 gold out of that, but T1 can still win the fight. Yike has to flash away. The ignite is ticking and will take him out. Faker falls to Caps, and Zeus and Hunsummer are trading, and Zeus takes the win. Adapted defenses sends Hunsummer to an early grave. Caps looking for more though. Carrier low, no mana for him. Caps continues to chase. Carrier does have the red buff, can get a slow onto Caps, but you really can't slow the LeBlanc that much. I think Caps should be able to chase him down here, just needs the chains to land. Carrier flashes away, and Caps, with a sigil of malice, sends him into the dirt.
Massive play from Caps.
Zeus still full HP though. Caps tries to get away. The ultimatum marks the spot of his gravestone as Zeus gets his second.
They are not going to go.
G2 did TP BB into that bottom side, I think, to try and get their waves in order, but with Zeus being able to get the top tower while we're looking at the replay.
Spike with his IE plus Essence Reaver. So you have to be very, very careful. He does not have his flash right now, so the rest of G2
shadowing. Broken Blade will give this tower up for dust, knowing the owners in the area won't step any further forward, and it's another turret to T1.
T1 will have to...
When you have vision control, that need to have opportunities to get chunk damage onto members of T1 before T1 are set up.
G2 have been playing predominantly around this top side as Yike jumps in, Edge of Night, Shield, Glacial Prism, down TP. Hostile takeover is going to land onto Caps, Hunsummer able to dodge away from it, but already Yike has fallen as T1 begin to open up in the fight. Broken Blade TPing in. They were immediately jumping onto Zeus, they'll get the shutdown. Gumayushi though is dancing and dipping his way around the fight. Hunsummer down, Yike down. Caps having to retreat, dashing away, flashing away, but can he escape the T1 oncoming storm? The answer, EU, I'm afraid, is no. As T1 wipe away G2.
T1 completely split up G2. Yike falls too quickly, and then they try to protect the president, but there's just assassination potential on all sides for T1.
That Gromp is not the gank that you wanted. No.
Has been begun by G2, and now they started off. Going to be a 4v4 to kick us off. The TP is available for both mid laners. Zeus on the flank, as you say. Hunsummer opening up. Broken Blade going in with a counter-strike. Keeper's verdict. But now T1 of the team, they're a little bit split. Face call comes out. Steadfast presence. Gumayushi with a whirling death. The hostile takeover coming in as Zeus jumps onto the back line, and they forgot about Zeus, but Zeus had not forgotten about Hunsummer. It's a double for Zeus, the god of thunder, here to smite G2.
The god of thunder, the god of the side lane, Zeus. He got
towards Cats. Yike looking for the steal, has no flash.
BB is up in 3 though. T1 are committing early. They need to get this Baron before G2 come back out.
Mickey gets the ward in the pit. Control ward over the wall will spot them. Zeus there. doesn't have the hostile takeover. Yike still no flash. Steadfast presence. Yike goes in, but it's way too early. And T1 collapse on him. Guma takes the kill. T1 take the Baron. And it's all coming up. Sure that Broken Blade is in a bit of a tricky situation. Now T1 with this Red Bull Baron power play have already got 3.5k off it and are looking for more. Zeus is going to answer BB's push in the bot lane. BB sitting at an item and a half. And Zeus is very willing to take that fight. Hexagon to made him forward. Look at the precision and the protocol of sending BB back to the fountain. Zeus gets the solo.
You can't counter that strike, Zeus.
Zeus down towards the bottom side. Zeus now going to join in. They'll see who answers the bot wave push. T1 has 5 towards the mid. Caps locked up. He'll survive for now. The inhibitor tower will not have that same luxury though, as T1 begin to raise G2's base to the ground. Zeus pushes in and backs away as soon as he realizes he doesn't have the reinforcements yet. Kumu and Carrier move across. G2 looking for something. Mickey will land the knock into the wall, but it's only on the support. And Mickey is ticking to the ignite, and Mickey will go down. Carrier takes the kill, and now in a 4v5, G2 have to look to defend.
G2 need to find some sort of desperate measure, but 4 versus 5, Zeus is the target.
We're past desperation now for G2. They're looking for the miraculous. But Zeus, the god of lightning, the god of thunder, the shockwave, reigns through G2, and the reverberations are felt all the way back in EU. T1 with a decimation of the LEC #1 seed in Game 1.
That is a 6,000 individual gold lead for the top laner.
Look towards these big team fights, with Carrier being that main engage tool now on the Alistar.
Carrier's gonna have to be really careful with his life pool too, and very quick on his engages, because I kind of like...
In the end, it's a flash burn for Mickey. No flash burn on the side of T1. Carrier used his flash earlier, but Yike here, walking back. That is not a safe path. Owner puts him 6 feet under in the river.
Owner's a poppy gun too, and he strikes first in this game. Now he's got eyeballs towards Caps. Caps should be...
Flash, hammer smash, steadfast presence down. Caps puts the singularity out. Faker continuing to trade in. Faker dives back in and dies! Faker, what was that? What? I think he's going to push back into Caps. One of those minions taking a tower shot means it will. He can put the singularity down, obviously, if he wants to clear this out. Yike's in the vicinity. Broken Blade and Zeus still trading in the top lane. Broken Blade dashing into the minions, but we'll be able to farm them as they get underneath his turret.
Owner's still doing a good job though on this bottom side. You can see him getting into the face of Yike, just getting some vision down in the spot side jungle, trying to track where Yike is. Because I think that's going to be the big move, but it already happened in the mid.
Yike has flash, Faker has none. Flash Spectral more, and Faker falls again.
Faker shows some weakness in game. Always going to force something.
Especially the on-hit Varus as well. I expected coming into this game that we'd actually see the poke Varus when you get the consistent damage.
Divide out, Caps. Looking for the damage, Spectral Maw going down onto Faker once again. Caps has the he pulls down the skies, but Owner blocks the breath of life and keeps his mid laner alive. But the breath of life is nothing to the fear beyond death. And now Owner's locked up in the middle of 4 of G2, and Yike secures the kill.
Get the whole team in there. It's Broken Blade from downtown.
You can see Owner's on the top side of the map. No contest going to happen here by T1.
You have to be careful here as G2. You just invested a lot into that top side play with Cap's ultimate, but Voidgroom's going to be up soon.
Oh, Carrier with a great double knockup. TP behind, death charge onto Guma, but I don't think Hans Summer is long for the rift. Whirling death, not enough. Faker TP it in. Carrier with an absolutely beautiful engage. It's diabolical from T1 as they lock out G2's bot lane and get 2 kills in a second. You have to feel there's no way Mickey gets out of this. Even with the dredge line, Faker can chase him down. Mickey will fall. A 2-for-0 for T1 in the bot side. Eventually.
Nicely done there. I like
Maybe
it.
He gets out. There's no way he gets out, right? Owner's here. There's no way he gets out. Oh, he gets out! Oh, he gets out! No way! There's no way he still gets out.
Faker may be eternal, but Mickey is...
I mean, he's going to die. I think he's trying to execute, right? If he executes off this, though... Oh, no.
No way.
No. Guma's here. Guma's here. The sniper arrives, and Mickey dies. As I said, a simple 2-for-0 in the bot lane.
Try and contest this. They're going to be able to use that pressure they had mid now to move across.
Okay, watch Caps. He saved his big charged up Aurelion Soul ultimate.
Will the skies descend? Zeus TPing into the fight. Chain of Corruption going down as well as Mickey's locked up. Depth charge on the backline, but the Emperor's Divide will catch Mickey. The skies descend, is it enough? Faker shut down, Broken Blade looking for more, the Whirling Death going out as Carrier's on the backline. Caps has no mana to deal with him, and now Carrier knocks Broken Blade back into the team. The Pathmaker into the wall, Caps pull back with the All Out, and Caps will fall. 2 for 1 in favor of T1 so far.
They're going to try and trade for the topside tower as well. You can see at least the Draven moving up there. They're also going to send Broken Blade up to try and get that, but big fight from
One in the top lane, T1 answering with pressure in mid. There's a Rift Held for G2, they'll go for the tier 2, but T1 should be able to get at least one tower in response to this. The charge comes forward.
Yeah, T1 are pushing on 2 lanes right now, but G2 have a harder push because of the Rift Herald, because of the Void Mice popping out as well. So it kind of has to be answered there.
He was very far behind, now the gold is even in the mid lane.
If you're going to count on one player, never mind.
He has the dredge line here. Carrier goes in. TP invested. Sets his presence out from Ona. He tries to flash away. Locked up for a second. Chain of Corruption coming out with the Emperor's Divide away by Faker. Dredge line's going to chase him down. The falling sky into the world. Whirling Death from Hans Sommer finds another for G2.
And that's the end.
He tries to push forward.
This is one of the big power spikes for G2, because not only does Hans Sama have his double item power spike, so does Caps on the Aurelion Soul. And you see him, full control of mid, rotates over down to the rest of the team. They get their tower, and they keep on pushing.
And just overloading one side of the map as Faker on the top side is trying to push in himself. Doesn't have the TP right now. G2 looking for a little bit more.
Faker down. I thought they'd just try to contest for the tier 2 on the top side off of that push.
I mean, T1 have no vision in the river right now.
Oh,
Mickey look for the hug, but Carrier flashes in for the stun. The Singularity Stars descend as Carrier's locked up and pulled back into the waiting maw of Broken Blade and Caps once more. The Rylai slow, not going to be enough. No chase continuing here for G2. Yike goes in! A 4-man knock-up from Yike! And I said those words only a week ago. They find another, but Yike will fall. Ona catching the keeper's verdict. Helicoptering it, won't charge it now. G2 turn their eyes towards the Drake.
Yike's not supposed to be the better support. Mickey hooks the wall and Yike is like, hang on a second, I'm gonna show you how it's done. 4-man Alistair pulverized onto T1. That was beautiful from Yike.
And I thought it was good. A good job from the observers toggling the vision there that T1 cleared out. And now G2 are forced to face.
Caps is showing on bot wave. Mickey punted into the back of the pit as they look for the damage. T1 call off the Baron. They go for the Chain of Corruption. Mickey's the first to fall. T1 still very healthy as Broken Blade buffers the disdain out of the Entofos. T1 though have got
bottom. They get their vision control around Baron and then they try and pick.
Carrier's going to catch Mickey here. TP in. That's Zeus joining the fight. Carrier gets a knockback onto Yike and the Baron already so low. T1 sneak it under G2's noses. Will they look for more of the fight? Mickey on the front line. Caps unable to do any damage as of yet. Mickey still low. Hansama flashing away. Faker dashing forward. Almost a Faker moment from him. But he's stunned up and locked up against the wall. 2 kills over to T1 so far. They'll get a third. And now it's only Yike and Caps surviving. And Zeus will not let them do so. The knockback with the Entofus. Caps has to retreat through mid. But T1 could just push through it too.
Yep, they've got Baron, but
Caps caught! He brings down the stars. He looks for Zeus. Can he take him? The tower damage enough to help Caps get a kill on the T1 top laner, and perhaps the advance stopped here by T1.
Oh, Caps saves it there. The power of the cosmos.
At 2,000 gold off this Red Bull Baron power play. They'll get a Drake out of it as well. The Whirling Death nowhere near a Whirling with that from Hans Sommer.
It's the second dragon for T1, only equaling up though, so this game still feels like it has a bit of a while to go before any team can really get full control. T1 though, just going to be a bit of a nuisance as Carrier pops over the wall, but you're just trying to defend the push on the Baron with 50 seconds left on the buff.
And the main issue for G2 is Caps doesn't have flash, Hans Sommer doesn't have flash, and Yike doesn't have flash, and Faker does the Faker sometimes. Especially on the Azir, he just slides in, he flashes behind you, and you scoops your entire team into T1's faces. G2, they have to give up that bot lane tier 2.
With the level lead over Broken Blade in the side lanes, but he's getting teleported on. G2 are sending on bottom side 4 people at the Cassante.
Dagda said it, it's nothing really to fight over right now. Caps has the skies descend, has that ultimate. Mickey looking for the chase as well. If he can get in range for the depth charge, it will be enough. Zeus slowed again by the Rylais. Mickey going to the terrain, and Zeus trying to re-engage. Pathmaker all out onto Mickey. Perfectly played by Zeus, but G2 have not given up the ghost of this play yet. The fear beyond death might expire before Zeus falls low enough to pull him back. Caps takes it. Meanwhile, T1 get a mid-tier 2 and are looking for a tier 2 in top.
You have to reset fast as G2. T1 had their ways because of the amount of time Zeus bought. So they're able to get 2 towers in response. Broken Blade going to try and push him bot, but they teleport in behind.
Recall canceled there from Broken Blade too.
Faker is here. Carrier on his way. The unseen Faker tends to be the deadliest, and Broken Blade now realizes perhaps he's met his maker. Emperor's Divide back. Faker can buy a little bit of time here because Carrier is still collapsing for the play. Broken Blade has flash and begins to walk his way away. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Owner's being caught out by Yike and by Mickey. Broken Blade still trying to escape. Looking at picture-in-picture though, as Caps flies in. Carrier with the ignite. Broken Blade turns it back around onto Faker, but all he's doing is buying time, and precious seconds they are, as Owner falls on the top side of the map.
The Whirling Death nearly connects on the Faker from Hamsama, but now going to start to open up in mid. Cap's going to start to push in on top once more.
Only the Scuttlecrab for vision. G2 step forward. Zeus is there. Mickey misses the hook. The Spectral Maw goes wide too. BB no flash. Zeus looking for him. Faker dashing in as well. Broken Blade will take a little bit of chip damage. Mickey on the flank now. Keeper's Verdict charged by Owner, but currently no decision has been made as to whether they're guilty or innocent. Carry up. Alongside Owner stepping forward. Yike found the Spectral Maw Sun. Fighting over the mid wave. The hook from Mickey. Pathmaker out by Zeus. Singularity. Hot by Caps has the skies descend, and Yike dashes into the steadfast presence. Carrier can look for the stun, but Zeus and Faker are separated. Heroic charge onto Yike. Owner looking for a little bit more damage. Yike, has he got any jungle camps to farm up? He's got his wolves, might go back for them. Hansama steps forward and is immediately locked down by T1. Hansama oversteps as a 1-for-1 so far as the skies descend, and Faker falls. Broken Blade being followed by Zeus on the bottom side as Mickey tries to flash away. Yike trying to get Owner, but he doesn't get the reset in time. Gumayushi has all the time in the world to put G2 6 feet under. Zeus still chasing for Kaz. He'll try and fly his way away, but I think the only tickets he's buying are back to Europe.
And once again, Carrier is the one that stops the G2 hype train, stops them getting on that. And at the platform, Carrier keeps Caps at bay for Zeus to show up. And T1 have done it again against G2.
Guma and Owner pushing away at the Nexus turrets, and they're gonna do it!
The first game was a demolition, the second was close. But once again, the Titans that are T1 slam the door in G2's face. Hansama needs to do it all here if they're going to survive. Carrier gets the knock-up, the Nexus at half health. Zeus with a knockback, Owner low, another for G2. But Zeus is done with this. Zeus will fall, a quadra for Hans, and G2 cling on to the precipice.
Faker has the TP though, there's no wards. But they have to clear out all these waves, make sure the Faker can't get onto it. But Baron is up and available. It's going to be a split G2 as they try to hold on to it.
Yeah, Hex gates for Baron, but Faker's going for the teleport end!
Faker's TPing in, Caps TP already invested, Mickey is there. Faker just needs an auto. Faker finds it, who else? Who else but Faker for T1?
The teleport play from Faker!
He goes for the Jax blind.
This is, like, you can go over towards the Rumble if you really want to. I think this is essentially going, hey, you can't go for the Twisted Fate yourself in the CS. He needs to get a lot of this underneath the tower, and Yike wants to try and help.
Right, Broken Blade's just going to look for the kill. Zeus there with the Flaming Spitter. Broken Blade trying to dodge away from it. Yike coming in with the bush, and Zeus tanks 2 tower shots. 1 more is enough. Zeus will fall even with the scrap shield. Broken Blade realizes leap strike. 2 on the board for BB.
What is a god to a top father? Broken Blade is the hope. 2 kills now for. They are worried about his ability to buffer the CC, his flash, his mobility on the Tristana. They can have Faker try and roam with Owner.
Turn out to Gumayushi here. Unbreakable comes out, and there's a chain of corruption as well, and Gumayushi is low. Pops the cleanse, still has the flash and uses it to dash away, but now Carrier's stunned up and doesn't have a flash of his own. G2 find a kill in the 2v2.
And this is looking like what happened against top Esports with G2 on the prom to get it. Now Yike trying to spot out where Gumayushi is. He's deep under tower though.
Good block by Owner, getting away from that root caller. Smite goes down from Yike. Owner now is going to have the concussive blows blocking on him. Daisy will help Yike put the damage down onto Owner. The flash still available, has to use it. There's the knock-up follower into the root caller. Mickey pulled under the tower. The system just enough to give Owner the shield just in time. And now Carrier begins to wail away on Yike. Faker and Caps still trading. Caps going the wrong way around. Faker is ring around the rosies, and Faker is just too good at this game. He escapes.
He wins hide and seek as well as read that you can have, and that is jungler on your side of the map.
It might be a dive. Is it going to be repeated in the bottom side? Owner looking for Broken Blade, does have the flash. Vault Breaker out. Zeus tanks a tower shot. Vault Breaker, Broken Blade dashes and dodges it. The Weaver's wall sees the assist, the equalizer, and Broken Blade dodged this. Shut down for T1. Owner takes it.
Broken Blade investing the flash with 3 members of T1 there.
The map, bottom side, move away from your tower. We're going to go for the dive play in order to get the extra grubs also in the aftermath.
I really think it comes down to some of those objective fights as the flash onto Gumayushi cleanses away. Glacial Fissure doesn't hit, Carrier stunned up. Hansama has that chain of corruption. Mickey tanking up Guma for now. The Fate's Call will pull him out, but Caps is on the flank. And Caps is looking for more. Where you going, Carrier? No wave now for G2 to continue the push, and Caps will just go back to mid.
Yeah, you can see the coordination on that play pretty early on, but bottom
Broken
side...
Blade stop just in front of Owner, dodges the Vault Breaker, the equalizer goes down, counter strike from BB, cease and desist available for Owner though. Broken Blade really no hope of getting out of this one as Owner chases him down.
But this is still going to be T1 getting the bot lane tower and being able to keep themselves safe in the top end. Yes, Ripshot will go across, but Zeus very quickly starting to turn what was a bit of a miserable early game into a 1.2k gold lead for himself.
Yep, their reaction, they saw Caps roam up to the top side. They make their opposite side play, but Caps is on the map again.
Zeus flashes away. Caps is on the chase, has the Kraken Slayer complete, and I'm not sure Zeus gets away from this. Caps jumps on his head and sends him into the dirt.
We saw how important this Tristana could be, but it is not topside.
Fake is here, the Weaver's walling in. Redemption coming out as Broken Blade TPs into the fight. Carrier the first of all, counter-strike onto Gumayushi as well. No ghost, no cleanse, no flash, no hope. But Guma, G2 find 2 more.
2 really big plays in side lanes here for G2. They get the Herald, they get the extra kills there. That's going to be a tower for Broken Blade, who does need money here to catch right back up. His Trinity Force was just completed, but solo outer tower gold is going to go a long way. And Caps, the Tristana that kind of started it all here, is going to be another big carry.
I also think actually we're going to get the reset from Hansama. You can see Mickey had forced Faker down to that bottom side. Wasn't sure if they're going to try and even stick around for mid lane tower, but with Dragon in 50 seconds, that's going to be the big one. But the TP from Broken Blade here is huge.
Get the flick back out of it, and right there, they just didn't have the layering of CC that T1 needed to win out the fight. Now a 3,000 gold lead for G2, but Broken Blade might be caught once again. Owner's here, cease and desist available, Zeus here as well. There is a tower for Broken Blade, there's Redemption 2, cease and desist goes down, but the Flame Spitter will be enough to break Broken Blade's back.
Interesting commitment up to the top side while Dragon is spawning, so I assume that G2 should be able to push out mid and grab Dragon for that, and at least continue their objective focus. Like you said, like they've got a very good defensive peel setup here, trying to get mid tower first as Faker blast cones right in.
Chain of Corruption going out from Hansama as well. Carrier was able to dredge line away. The tower falls. Next up, the Drake for G2 would only be their second.
The thing is, how confident do you feel?
Side of G2 with plenty of protection for themselves. And Dragon slowly stacking. It makes them go through lanes to pull off those plays and hard commit to one side of the map.
This is collapsing. Owner looking for Yike, can't find him. Instead, Zeus, the target, TP in by G2. They find one. Owner can Vault Breaker away, but Daisy's looking for the knock-up onto Carrier here. Dredge line immediately goes into the back of Daisy, who does fall. Caps jumping forward, Fate's Call away from the concussive blows. G2 find another pick. They have a wave pushing in bot.
How much can they get off the back of this? Cap's going to make his way down to that bot wave as the rest of G2 look to siege up on this turf.
Broken Blade, he's seismically shoved into T1's waiting moors. They find one. Mickey now on the front line. Redemption coming down to try and heal up. The concussive blows onto Owner, forces him low. Mickey finds Carrier. Owner down to 100 HP. Gumayushi, a couple more auto attacks would stun him up, and instead the tower's the target. Cap still pushing in bot.
Oh, Mickey with the flash ignite support on support kill. And as you mentioned it, that was all without their Fed Tristana, without Caps, who's going to get another 800 gold off this tower.
And G2 very much trying to close out this game as Yike is caught.
Dodges away from the seismic shove. Faker still on the chase, has the flash. Yike has one of his own. He'll use it to get to that blast cone. Doesn't need it yet. Caps just opens up on Zeus. He flashes the buster shot. Zeus is ticking, but it's not enough. The Knight's Vow actually applied from Carrier to reduce the damage. Now Caps tries to TP out, but Faker's here. The TP is in time. Caps escapes the great Houdini from EU.
And Caps is making magic happen for G2.
Even though G2 still have priority and they're still able to flash in and get the counter kill there. That arrow actually barely missing Owner too.
I will say, it's not often you get to see a fight with the Riptail with the knockup, and now we're going to see another fight in the river. As Yike's the one who's locked up, and Yike falls. Mickey on the front line. Caps trying to open up. So far, it's a jungler for jungler exchange. Mickey falling low, though. Guma in the pit. Caps, it's all on him, ready to do the damage alongside Unsummer, and there is the piercing arrow through the hearts of T1. They're forced away once again. Guma had to flash out of the back of the pit.
Goes down very quickly, but the return damage on G2, enough to stop kind of a snowball possibility there from T1. And then force T1 over to the Soul.
This fight is going to be explosive, though. Every summoner spell up, every TP, and Mickey going to try and force something, but Guma Yushi doesn't blink.
Didn't need to. There was no real threat on the backline as Caps is hooked. Has the time to jump away. Redemption in, season desist. Caps is caught, and Caps is down. T1 find the person to fight, and now it's all on Hunsummer to do whatever damage he can. Yike's gonna go down as well, and we said it would be explosive. Well, who else but T1 in this moment to put you in the dirt? Your dreams will die in the face of T1.
In the critical moment, T1 find their kill on Caps. They find their kill on the rest of G2. It's only Broken Blade to stand and watch as they take the Baron.
To get in with the cease and desist, the flick back from Faker, and it's a poke Varus. He cannot deal enough damage right now, and Broken Blade isn't there. Chemtech Dragon is taken in the...
But when they do, everyone instantly ultimates. They jump on the opportunity. If you show an opportunity to this team, they will capitalize on it. And now, even chasing into the jungle.
Yike has no flash, the cease and desist goes down and locks him up, and even with the redemption, I don't think you're getting any of that, G2. T1 continue to punish, and now the push even stronger, already 3,000 gold off it.
A moment was all that T1 needed, and they've taken everything from G2. They're starting to push in on this top side. They really want to push G2 out of MSI to put themselves firmly in the conversation of still contesting for MSI champions.
They'll take the tier 2 in the top lane in their way and will stand in their way if they make it to this MSI finals. T1 the name on everyone's lips when it comes to internationals. As the hook goes down onto Mickey, no unbreakable for him. Depth charge in as well, the side big shot back, and Mickey oversteps, and T1 punish him, TP in by Broken Blade as Carrier dashes across the wall, but G2 immediately call for the retreat.
You have a lot more, so that's why T1 wanted to reset, but now Baron has been started.
Zeus was on the bottom side of the map, he's going to TP in behind them. 9,000 on the Baron, a last Hail Mary here for G2. The story continues to be written as the Weaver's wall goes down. There's the equalizer. Yike falling low. The shutdown on Faker, and Yike goes down. So Ona will take the Baron, and T1 will take G2's lives. What can you do in the face of such relentless hate by T1?
People doubted T1 in this series. They said that G2 were favored. G2 do not stand a chance against the onslaught of T1.
The world champions looking at a 3-0 sweep.
They're the champs for a reason. How many times do they have to teach you this lesson, G2? Last week it took them 5. This week they'll do it in 3. No one from G2 will be alive in time. You can be the main character all you want, G2, but your chapter is over. The story of T1 continues tomorrow.